This is the walkthrough video for PCTC 2020-21, round 1, question 4, usernames. So we're given the name of a few people, and we want to determine what the username is going to be following the set of rules. So the first thing to do is to input our first name and our surname. Okay, now we need to make the username. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to build a username up from scratch. So we start off with an empty string, and we're slowly going to add characters to the string to get our final answer. The first character we need to add is the first letter of the first name. So that's going to be first name, and to reference the first character of that string, we can treat this like a list and just do something like that. Okay, and I think we need to make that lowercase, yep. So to make something lowercase in Python, we can just use the lower command like that. And finally, let's add this to username by using the concatenation command, just like this. Okay, and now we need to do the same thing, but for the first letter of the second name and then the last letter of the second name. Let's just copy that code across. Replace that with surname. And finally, we want the last character of surname, which is just going to be surname of index -1, because index -1 will start counting from the end of the string. And the final thing we need to add is the length of the first name. So the length of the first name is just going to be len first name. But because this is going to be an integer and you can't add an integer to a string, let's just convert that to a string first and then add that to username. And then there's a caveat here, and it says if the same letter appears more than once in the username, then an X must also be added to the end of the username. So let's first extract the letters of the username, because it says we don't want to consider the digits. So let's just extract the letters. So to do that, let's take username and let's slice the string username, and let's take the first 3 letters. So this command is going to take characters 0, 1, and 2. So characters at index 0, 1, and 2. And because of what we're told up here, the first 3 characters of our username string is always going to be 3 letters, these 3 letters. And we need to check if these 3 letters are all different or there are any duplicates. So to do that, we can turn this into a set and then just count how many characters are in the set. So in Python, a set removes duplicates. So say, for example, we had this, and what a set would do is a set would convert this collection of characters into a collection of characters that look something like this. So it's removed the duplicate D and the duplicate F in this case. So a set is very much like a list. It just removes any duplicates. And so we can say that if the length of the set of the first 3 characters of the username is not equal to 3, then there's a duplicate somewhere. Because if it is equal to 3, then that means there aren't any duplicates. So if it's not equal to 3, then there are duplicates. And if so, then let's just add an X to username, because I think that's what the question asks us to do. And finally, we can just print username. Perfect.